it's Linda again, and I'm going to do another book review. But actually today I'm going to review two books. And let me give you a little bit of the setting here. We're still in, not quarantine, but we're still practicing social distancing. So it's a Saturday in April. It's a beautiful Saturday here, and tomorrow is Easter, but we're all going to be celebrating it in our homes. So anyway, that gives you just a little bit of a backup and a background, a little bit of a background. And then now I want to talk about a different kind of book today. And they're going to be I'll talk about two YA books. And YA, of course, stands for young adult. Now, both of the books I'm going to be looking at today are for young people maybe 11 to 15. So the first one is this one, which I am absolutely crazy about. And it's called Isabella's Libretto. And the author is Kim Teter, Isabella's Libretto. Now, this is a book that my small press published. I operate a small press, and it's called Excalibur Press. And this is one of the books we published a couple of years ago. And let me tell you what is so special about Isabella's Libretto. It is a book set in the year 1715, and it's set in Venice, Italy. Now, the amazing thing is it's told from the first person present tense. So you get a feeling that you're actually there. So here is the storyline. It is set in an orphanage in Venice, and there were certainly plenty of orphanages in Venice in 1715. And at this particular orphanage, and this is all true, at this particular orphanage, the conductor Vivaldi, he was the conductor of the Girls' Orphanage Orchestra. And so Isabella in the book is a young woman who is, I don't know, when the book opens, I think she's about 13, 14. She might be 15. But anyway, she wants to play a major piece in the orchestra. She is a cellist, and she wants to play so well that Don Vivaldi notices her and allows her to play. This is her goal. Now, and it is based on an orphanage. The building still stands in Venice, but now that building is a hotel, I think. And so Kim went to Venice several times to do her research. She met with some Italian historians, and so she really allows that reader to go back in time and to be a teenage girl in Venice, Italy, 1715. I love books like this because it makes you feel like that you actually get to walk around in somebody's shoes who lived a long time ago. And Kim is a great speaker. She has spoken all over the East Coast, from New York all the way down to New Orleans. And I had the opportunity of seeing Kim speak to an audience of 300 middle graders. Oh man, she just held them in the palm of her hand. She is a skilled speaker, a former teacher, and I was so impressed by how interested the students were in this story, and what a great job that Kim did. I will tell you just a couple more things about this book. One, the girls at the orphanage are always talking about the fact that they hope their mother will return to retrieve them. And so that's just a constant theme at the orphanage. The orphanage is run by sisters of the Catholic Church, and they have their rules. They're very strict, and the girls have to obey those rules. So it's kind of interesting to learn how the orphanage was set up. And I will tell you one other shocking story is that and this is true, the babies were actually branded as a cow would be branded, but they were branded to show that they belonged to that particular orphanage. But it's a really great story, and Kim is a terrifically good writer. Isabella's Libretto. I'm going to hold that cover up one more time because it is a beautiful cover. It is a hand drawing by artist Hannah Wilson, and it just sets the tone for the book. So now, let me go to a second YA book, young adult book, and this one I would say, again, about the same age range, 11 to 15. And it is, I love the title, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. Isn't that fabulous? The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. And this book was a National Book Award winner. The author is Sherman Alexie, and this book is set on the Spokane Indian Reservation, and Sherman Alexie is a Spokane Indian, and so he grew up on the reservation, and he has plenty to write about it. He also has a memoir about growing up on the reservation. But this book explores the life of a young man named Junior. Now, half of the boys on the reservation are named Junior because everybody just calls them Junior after their father. But this book is an exploration of what it means to be a part of your group, a part of your tribe. And we can apply that word tribe in a broader sense. No matter what your community is, you know, what does it mean to be a part of that community? And so it is a young man who struggles with how does he remain a part of the community. But it's also about violence, it's about alcoholism, it's about the struggle for survival, it's about the struggle for a good education, and it's about daily life on the reservation. I absolutely love this book, and the two books that I have mentioned are great for adults as well. When I teach creative writing, I always teach a unit on writing for young adults. And I have used both of these books in the course of teaching. And I absolutely love this one because it deals with serious themes. The young man, Junior, has to make the decision of whether he will leave his reservation in order to get a good education. Now, if he leaves, he will be looked down upon by the tribe because he has abandoned them. And everybody on the reservation needs to be lifted up. Everybody on the reservation needs to feel like they're all pulling together. But Junior realizes he cannot get a good education where he is. So when you make a decision that appears to be in opposition to the good of your tribe, whatever that tribe is it okay? Is it okay to say, I can't get a good education here. I've got to go somewhere else. Are you turning your back on your own people when you do that? So there are other serious themes in both of these books, but a good writer never puts theme above the story. The story always has to come first, and the story in both of these books comes out loud and clear. Let me show you something else that I love about this book. Junior wants to be a cartoonist, and so he draws cartoons, and the book is full of cartoons. If you are a high school teacher, you would love teaching out of this book because it just pulls the young adult reader in. And it does that with the cartoons, with the bigger print, with the friendly fonts. It's an invitation to read. And as an educator, I have always loved the invitation to read, particularly for young people, because you want to get them into that reading experience. As adults, you would love both of these books. My college students love both of these books. And I think they're great examples of writing for young people. In both cases, they allow the reader to walk in somebody else's shoes. In Isabella's Libretto, allows the reader to go back to 1715, back in time and in place. And in The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian, it allows the reader to go to the Spokane Reservation and walk around in the shoes of a young person there. So 2 books I would highly recommend: Isabella's Libretto and The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. So I think that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow is Easter, and we're not planning anything big, but we do intend to enjoy the day and enjoy the significance of the day. And so I'm wishing you a very happy day and good reading. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.